The guardian of Hellfire, his name is Malik. He has never smiled since the day Hellfire was created. He has no remorse. He has no feelings of sensitivity. He is desensitized to all types of horror. No feelings. Doesn't feel sorry for anyone. And he was the only angel in heaven whom the Prophet ﷺ, when he ascended up the Isra wal Mi'raj, he greeted him and he only replied without a smile. Every other angel smiled and welcomed him. He just said, Wa alaykum as-salam. He said, who is this? Jibreel alayhi salam said, he is Malik. He has never smiled since the day Hellfire was created. How can he? It is recorded in one hadith that a man who lived very luxurious in this life, the most luxurious man, king, will be dipped in hellfire once for a few seconds, and then he will be asked, do you remember any luxury? He'll say, I swear by God, I never had any luxury in my life. He forgets it because of the pain. The people of hellfire, after giving up on the people of heaven, will turn to the angels that are torturing them and then to the guardian of hellfire, and they will ask him to ask Allah to give them another chance. And here are some of these accounts in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, for example,
وَقَالُوا يَا مَالِكُ لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ وَقَالُوا يَا مَالِكُ لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ قَالَ إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ.
And they will say, O Malik, please ask your Lord to perish us, destroy us. We don't want to live anymore. We don't want to live anymore. Why? Are they really living? Allah describes their state of living in the Quran by saying, لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا. The person in hellfire will never die in it and will never live in it. Sahabas asked, what does it mean, a messenger of God? They will never die in it, we understand. We will never live in it. How is that? And he replied, they will not live a life that you can call a good life. You'd rather be dead. And Allah says in the Quran, وَيَأْتِيهِ الْمَوْتُ مِنْ كُلِّ مَكَانٍ وَمَا هُوَ بِمَيِّتٍ. Death, all the reasons why a person should die, will come to these people in hellfire. Every single reason, every piece of element that would cause you to die normally in this life will come to them in hellfire and more, and they will not die. They're supposed to die, but they won't die. All they feel is the torment, the pain of death, but they won't die. So then, in the hadith it says in relation to this ayah, they will say, O Malik, ask your Lord to just destroy us. We don't want to exist anymore. In the hadith it says, the reply comes to them after 1,000 years. They're waiting anxiously for that reply. Can you imagine? An anxious hope that you will now finally be destroyed. The reply comes to them, إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ. You are to stay in there forever. In another verse, a different reply comes. Malik says to them, قال اخسأوا فيها قال اخسأوا فيها ولا تكلمون. He will say, burn in there like the low lives you are. اخسأوا فيها. Burn in there like the low lives you are. ولا تكلمون. And don't ever talk again. Don't ever speak again. Brothers and sisters, this is something that shouldn't be taken lightly. Is Allah a harsh Lord? No. Because if He was a harsh Lord, He would not have warned us in such detail right now. Allah has given us the way out, but left it up to our decision. Obviously in hellfire there are different levels, as we said last week. A person will enter into the level they deserve, and they will not enter hellfire until they are convinced they deserve it. This is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. They will not pass the day of judgment until everything is justified, and that person is convinced they deserve hellfire. Otherwise they will not enter it. Some of the people who will not enter it are the crazy people who didn't have a state of mind in this life, or those who never heard about Islam, or those who never understood Islam. So there are different circumstances. those will have a different circumstance on the Day of Judgment. But Allah is talking about those who deserve it, among the Muslims and the non-Muslims.